Page 254. This is a send, knock, do something to the furry. I have no idea what all those words are. I don't speak the language. You can have fun with all that stuff. I'm just going to talk about the piece. The words are, I assume this is German. I don't speak German. I wished I did. It's a wonderful language. But however, let's go on. A vocal solo with piano accompaniment. So let's talk about accompanying. Look it over. It's a page long. One flat in key signature. It looks like we're in F major. 6/8 times, so an eighth note gets a count. That's fine. You want to know what the melody sounds like. It's important to be familiar with the melody if you're going to accompany it. So just play the melody. Whatever. So that's sort of the melody. Now we want to know what the accompaniment is, and it's important that you have this accompaniment down pat. So you can't be messing up, you can't be hesitating, because then you throw the singer off. And you need to know the melody, what the singer is doing to stay with them. So it's here, I just do them both. I mean, you should break this up and do it like one hand at a time. Make sure you got a fingering that works well, and then you put them together. I'm going to shorten this video a little bit and pretend I did all that, and it was just got broken. Now here, two voices. I'm going to hold that down for the measure here. So I'm holding that half note, dotted half note down. See, measure 12. What's going on? There. Parallel thirds in the left hand. Do the best you can. I do it that way and then cross over. This is my pivot and I cross over. You could do that. This. However, I'm just doing this. Now there's a number of different fingerings available for parallel thirds and none of them work. So here, I need a fingering that lets me connect this left hand going into the next measure. Here. Here. I want that. I don't want to use a little finger for both. So I want here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do a 3-1, 2-1, 3-1. And then I'm going to cross over here and do a 2-1. I just cross over a little bit. And then a 3-1 and I'm ready. The black key messes it all up. That's the problem. There's other fingerings, but that's what I'm going to do. So it's a 2-1. I don't like that, but I'm kind of stuck here. I could do this, that, except now I'm out of position for this. So I'm going to do a 2-1 here. That way I've got enough fingers for the bottom notes. You finger it however you want to, or however your teachers. But this needs to be smooth and even because while the singer's just holding and then resting, this has to sound nice. You can't be and they're thinking, ooh, what's going on? It has to blend in. So you got to have this down. You can do what one college professor told me to do when I was accompanying a course, and he didn't like the way I was doing it, and I had parallel thirds. I like parallel thirds, I just can't play them. He said, only play the bottom note, because it was messing it up. So here, and if you can't play those parallel thirds well, play the bottom note only, here. It's better to do that than to try and do that. That and mess them all up. Just play the bottom note if you have to. Anyway, going on. Now here, see at the end, this little coda. This is a solo. You gotta have this down pat. You gotta have that. And the last measure, two voices. Hold that. to make sure that coda or anywhere else in here where you are standing out, you got that down pat because you're standing out. Now we have an idea what the melody sounds like, and I did that way too fast. You should take this really slow to start. But you got to have it down where you got all the right notes and no hesitations anywhere. Then once you've got all that, you're ready to meet with the soloist. Now, if you have a soloist who knows their stuff, they can sing, they know the song, they're confident, they're doing it well, then you need to lay off the melody because you're playing the melody. You both don't need to be doing the melody. So treat your melody like harmony and play it real soft. All of this together. Real soft, as long as you have the same melody notes as the melody. It makes sense, I guess. But if they're different, those you can bring out. And I don't see anywhere in here where they are different other than you have occasionally a dotted half note in the right hand. Otherwise, it looks like you're playing the melody, which would make this a nice piano solo if you would put in the articulation that the singer would use. I don't know. My point is, let the singer have the melody and you stay back. Now, if you're accompanying a singer who's maybe a beginner and they're not sure of themselves, then you got to play the melody out a little more to help them out. You can use pedal. I don't recommend it, but you could. A lot of people would automatically pedal this whole thing. You're simply changing the pedal with the harmony. It's overlap pedal, but you don't want your part to get too mushy. So you may have to change it like every 3/8 notes or so, somewhere in there to help you out. Now the pedal would certainly help on measure 12. Then you could like pedal every 2/8 notes and let the pedal connect them for you. The pedal could do it. There, with the pedal on you. But I'll leave the pedaling up to you on that. I'm not getting into pedaling on here. It's just to follow the harmony if you're going to pedal it. Now at the bottom of the coda, when you have staccatos, don't pedal those. This. So don't pedal that part. That has to be light. And because of that, the coda needing to be light, I would question using the pedal on the rest of it because the pedal will make it sound heavier. And it sounds like this whole thing needs to be kind of light. And if that's the case, you don't want pedal at all. You want to keep the whole thing light. However, even in measure 12, if you're trying to do those thirds, you could add pedal just for that measure to help you connect those notes. You use it as a crutch when you have to, when you can't do it technically. I think it's better just to play the bottom note and leave the pedal out, but you decide.